Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Triton Talk. My name is Lila, and today I am joined by a member of the baseball team here at Eckerd, Drew Martin. He is also the Vice President of the SAC Committee. Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing good.
That's awesome. Thank you for joining me. So I'm told you're a chemistry major. What interests you about chemistry, and what do you plan to do with your degree in the future?
Honestly, when we started talking about like majors and stuff in human experience, I was kind of set in doing something in STEM. I wasn't sure what, but then they mentioned chemistry, and honestly, it just sounded like something cool to do. And it was hard, it was difficult, and I like a challenge, so
yeah,
I said, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, impressive. Good for you. I'm told that you love Jeeps. So what it is that you love about them, and what's that all about?
They're just fun. I mean, you can throw the top down, take the doors off, and go to the beach or drive around, especially down here in Florida. Like this time of year, it's perfect. It's not too hot, not too cold.
Sure. I've seen some of those on the road. So 2 years ago, when you won the conference championship and appeared in the national tournament for the first time in over 30 years, you played a key role in keeping Eckerd in that final game against Valdosta State. Talk about that moment, and what was your mindset, approach, in that relief appearance?
So that, honestly, if you ask any of my teammates, it's probably the best pitching performance I've had in college yet. And really, quite honestly, my approach into going into that game, coming in relief in the spot that I did, it was partially confidence, because it was like, yeah, we're here, like we earned our spot here. But in reality, it was mostly like, I don't want to let my teammates down. You know, like a lot of those guys, that we were a senior heavy team that year, and a lot of those dudes, like this was their last season. So it was everything that I could do to keep it going, and I feel like at the time that's what I did. I mean, it was an unreal experience just getting to go to a regional and like getting to travel the way that we did, you know, and with that team, like the group of guys that were on that team, it was unbelievable. And to get to like perform on that stage for the guys, you know, for the team, it was incredible.
Congratulations. That was really impressive. I remember watching it online. So speaking of baseball, you actually transitioned from a starter to a reliever that season. What was that transition like, and how did it help in that moment? So
that transition wasn't really, at the time, something that was voluntary. I wanted to be a starter. It'd still be nice to be a starter, but at the time I was dealing with some injuries. Like I couldn't stay healthy, couldn't really perform to my maximum potential as a starter. And going into the pen, it gave me a chance to kind of focus on just throwing a fastball and a slider, like 2 pitches, and you can go out for short stints and just kind of blow it out. You know, you go out there and you're just aggressive with everything you got. And really that getting time and getting practice with that routine helped me with just making sure that I was ready when I came into the game, that I didn't do too much in the bullpen, and that I also was like in a good mindset to come into an appearance with guys on base, you know, like a higher pressure situation. It helped prepare me for that situation really well.
Well, thank you. And last question that we always ask is, what is your favorite part about Eckerd?
I think probably my favorite part about Eckerd has got to be, I mean, if I could boil it down, it's got to be just the people I'm around every day. You know, I mean, I interact with a lot of athletes, obviously. I also interact with a lot of people in STEM, and just being able to be with, you know, such a diverse group of people to start, you know, different backgrounds, things like that. And then also being able to mix both 2 different perspectives, I guess. You know, you have an athlete's perspective of college on one hand, and then like a normal non-athlete student's perspective, and kind of being able to just, you know, mesh both of those together and find balance, I guess. So that's been something that's been awesome for me here at Eckerd, at least, especially with it being such a small school.
I agree. Well, thank you so much, Drew. Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of the Triton Talk, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Tuning in to this episode of the